All right, so one out of these two persons on my screen supposed go prison.
I love to call the FCT the federal capital of thieves.
Where somebody who on social media will say Mr. President is a criminal. Nothing will happen. Nothing. You say all kinds of things you want to say, nothing will happen.
Appointing a thief to lead the FCT as a minister, so that the whole portfolio is complete.
Nation WIKE, if you say Omoyele SOWORE is lying, standing on his ground, and he's calling you a thief, with all the power where you get, it's not fair. I would not take that if I were you, Nation WIKE. Sue him to court. It is false accusation. He should face the law.
Nigerian EFCC, you sure you will not carry this your EFCC eagle go for eye clinic for medical checkup? Maybe they give it medicated glasses, because it's like, they see corruption allegations of politicians and big men. Now only Yahoo boys na to na eagle they look. Make the cuckoo go check in eye, give am eye drop because oriburuku lens.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. Right now, the Federal Capital Territory is on fire. Aso Rock, Aso Villa is on fire. That is because Omoyele SOWORE said if Nyesom Wike knew that this is how it is going to be, he would have kept his dirty mouth shut, his criminal mouth shut, his stupid, stinking mouth shut. He said that so many times they've tried to unalive him, but they cannot. They've tried their best to take him out. He said, this is my calling. This is what I am in this world to fulfill. Now, Nyesom Wike's spokesperson, media aide came out and started talking about how Omoyele SOWORE's children attend one of the best expensive schools in the United States, where a certain 50K is being paid, a certain, rubbish, isn't it? Private school, not even a public school. And the question that people ask is this: is Omoyele SOWORE occupying any public office, or is there any kind of fraudulent or criminal business that is involved in? His answer is that Omoyele SOWORE is a blackmailer, that what he does is to gather information about people. He will let them know that he has information about them and they pay him. I asked myself, is it possible for Omoyele SOWORE to tread that pathway? What about taking Omoyele SOWORE out? It's cheaper to unalive Omoyele SOWORE than to pay Omoyele SOWORE. It's not as if Omoyele SOWORE has the state government or even the federal government protection. No, not at all. So what then is it? I want you to be prepared. Be prepared. It is going to be an explosive one, a roller coaster and a bombshell. It is not a joke anymore, because Nyesom Wike is also not going down. And don't forget that he had tried to bring Bola Ahmed Tinubu into this, saying that Bola Ahmed Tinubu should have unalived Omoyele SOWORE, and that can Omoyele SOWORE say this same thing to the President of the United States, Trump? Like and share, tap on the subscribe button. Let's jump right.
There's been threats against my life, by the way, in recent times, over what you guys know has been happening in the FCT. I love to call the FCT the federal capital of thieves, but they did it to validate my position that I appointing a thief to lead the FCT as a minister, so that the whole portfolio is complete. So a lot of threats have been coming our way, but I want to say something that might sound a little bit like a cliche, but it's the truth. If it would take some of our lives to wake people up in this country, we gladly contribute it to you. Yes. If that's what it needs. If our blood is what is needed so that they can sanitize this land, I will give it. And so that's the reason why I can get out next morning. And without regards to all the threats, some of them are even specific. This is where you should not pass. I'll pass the place. Because maybe something needs to happen for everybody to wake up and for them to get Nigeria to where it should be. The word N is popular now, Nepal.
Immediately he said this video, Nyesom Wike of all people run to Channel Television to defend himself.
Country where somebody who on social media will say Mr. President is a criminal. Nothing will happen. Nothing. You say all kinds of things you want to say, nothing will happen. No matter how you see people criticize Trump, have you ever seen any American citizen on the social media, on the public, say, look, our president is a criminal? Have you ever had that? But yeah, anybody can wake up in the morning and abuse president, and we're happy. You are lucky you have a president that believes in the rule of law. You are lucky. Continue to be lucky. There are those you will meet, and you will be lucky again. And I tell people.
But WIKE didn't stop there. In his speech, WIKE pulled the Trump card. He said, "Look at America. Nobody insults Trump the way Nigerians insult Tinubu." But hey, that's where WIKE lost the plot. Because in America, Trump is insulted daily, dragged hourly, and is facing more court cases than any former president in American history. That comparison simply collapses when you look at the facts. So the real question is, why do Nigerians leaders feel that criticism must be answered with intimidation? Why is our default response not transparency but threats? Nigerians have normalized this cycle, and until that changes, we will continue to live in a country where rights are threatened as privilege and leaders act like mini-gods. So the question I'll leave you with is this: do Nigerians want democracy based on rights or dictatorship based on luck? It's the truth at a time. Take care and have a nice day.
And this is what Nessie WIKE said in return to defend himself. Who told you? I want you guys to watch it.
Is it your son that they said that you gave land to?
That I gave
expanse of land to
2,000 hectares in Asokoro.
Yeah. Is that what happened?
And then what is the square meter of the whole of Asokoro? There's some news here. He said, please, I don't need to cross-check this. You know, you just see them, people try to make all kinds of allegations here and there. Well, you know, yeah, when they say that they rush me in an ambulance, I have a heart attack.
But you visited your doctors when you traveled recently?
Yeah, which doctor?
Didn't you?
Which doctor? What's the name of the doctor?
Well, you just returned to the country.
Sure, look, I've never traveled. I have to go and stay the holiday with my wife and my children. For the first time, I went to Dubai with my children, with my wife, beautiful wife in that matter. I traveled with my wife and children to Greece. From Greece, I just down to London, enjoying my life. And because I know there's a lot of work, which I've started today, 2 weeks flagging up and commissioning again. Come on, I need a break. I need a break.
You didn't go to the house you were said to have bought in the United States. With all the records that
there's no record. It's not. See, that's why.
As a government,
when they pay bribe to people like SOWORE, with all due respect, like SOWORE, with all due respect, if there's anybody who does not like to travel to America, it's me. Ask anybody. My wife is an American. My children are American. Their parents, my wife are Americans. For Christ's sake, in 2007, this issue came up. That, my wife, I said, what's my business? Let anybody show me where I bought a house, which I can't pass through. If my wife and the parents are saying, look, these are our grandchildren. We give this house to you. My wife, now they are still teenagers. Hold it in trust for them. Let anybody in this world say, the money passed through, I can B, so I can Z. When I was running election, this matter came up. When my wife was to become found at the court of appeal, this matter, so all kinds of things. I saw they say, well, it had been found that WIKE put so they have what many millions?
That's an awful lot of property there.
Why not ask yourself, can they publish it?
No, it's been published.
It's not published. It's not correct. That's a show where it's not correct. Why they put this, this house?
But is the house not in the name of your wife and children?
What is my business?
You don't know what your wife and children own?
What I'm saying is this: they are all Americans. My wife's parents are Americans. So, If they gave them a house, what's my business? I never bought any house. Any house.
$1 million worth of property.
You call these millions as if we're talking about thousands, which I can't believe pass. Who bought it in their name? You see, it is not in Nigeria here where you can buy something and you can hide it. You cannot buy a house of even $100,000 that the documentation will not show. Let anybody say, this, look at the money passed through WIKE's account, or it passed through his friend's account. See, let anybody say so. This thing they are talking about from 2008. 2008. They will carry it as if, as I was a governor, as I was a minister. Nothing like that. It's not correct. But that's not my business. If anybody else, bring it up. It's not when I take a decision to do something. In order to divert attention, you go and say, oh, yes, we did this. Oh, he gave his son 2,000 hectares of land in Asokoro. I mean, what kind of stories are that? Bring the document, let us see.
Now, immediately he said this, SOWORE is not giving up, he's not backing down. And SOWORE also went to address the public that this is their funding, that our Baba, which is $2 million, bought 2 houses in his son's name. Anyway, I just want you guys to watch the video. I will be right back.
The minister himself had lied on TV that he didn't have any properties in the US, that the only property he had was a property that was donated to his wife by the wife's father or mother. I don't know which work they did or they were doing. But in investigating further, we found out there were 4 properties in the name of the wife that were then donated. Listen to this. They then donated the properties that were millions at $10 per property to their children. So you buy a property for $2 million, you then give it to your children at $10. One of them was given at $100. So that was where they were caught. And we know that the Nigerian system is too weak to deal with those things. But honestly, the little I know about law, the territorial jurisdiction for that crime is Florida. Yes, yes, it's in Florida, and we have written the Attorney General of Florida to ensure that the investigation commences immediately to unravel how the monies got to the U.S. to buy those properties. That are millions of dollars at the time that the people of Rivers, where the minister formerly used to be governor, couldn't even afford clean water, good schools, and hospitals. So Florida will get back to us. We also intend on pursuing the Nigerian side of things. We're still working on those things. So, we want to thank Nigerians in the large numbers who have provided information. This is the first time that we crowdsourced on finding information on a crime committed on Nigeria. People were sending information. We found hotels in Rivers, multi-billion naira hotels, hospitals, houses, lands in Abuja. There was a land in which we heard that he paid $8 billion and 8 billion naira in cash to buy a piece of land in a River Park Estate. So all these things are not going to go, even if the president of Nigeria refuses, or the EFCC that has an eagle that has now tied his eyes. If they cannot do anything, the people of Nigeria will do something about it. Because it's our resources that were stolen.
So Larry Olayinka has also...
Who is Larry Olayinka? Please, when we want to talk about serious things, don't mention people whose names I don't know. You understand? Even though they are Nigerian citizens, I'm more focused on people who are involved directly. Not, I don't like distractions when we have serious matters of this. This is an international matter. Yeah.
Okay, critics argue that while you raise awareness about activism and transparency in Nigeria, that it has not really translated into the real political structure from your own end, and that if you haven't tested your will by contesting at lower grassroots.
Now, if you listen to all of this, you'll be overwhelmed that this is the society that we found ourselves. All of this now, even the president knows that what Nelson Wike is doing is wrong, but can he question Nelson Wike? No, because even his hands is even more dirtier than Nelson Wike. In fact, they are both culprits. They are perpetrators. They are all in one thing, including their Babio. All of these people are here to make Nigeria. And God is so kind that even their health is fast decaying. And even all of this, they still don't care. One thing is certain. In the next 20 years, there'll be no more. But they still didn't care. But anyway, I want you guys to watch it, and we'll be right back.
All right, so one out of these two persons on my screen supposed to go prison. Between Omoyele Sowore and Nyesom Wike. So Omoyele Sowore came out and said the SCT minister and the former governor of Rivers State, Ezenwo Nyesom Wike, steal Nigerian money, go use and buy house for US under a wife name. He also thought, say, Wike use Nigerian money, they build big hotel for Rivers State, Port Harcourt. As a matter of fact, I don't enter the hotel. True. They call that hotel Wike Hotel. Now, Nyesom Wike say, na lie. Omoyele Sowore dey lie. Do you understand? Now, Nyesom Wike, if you say Omoyele Sowore is lying, sue him to court. It is false accusation. He should face the law. Sue him to court. He's standing on the ground. He's standing on his ground and he's calling you a thief. With all the power where you get, it's not fair. I would not take that if I were you, Nyesom Wike. Sue Omoyele Sowore to court. Let him prove everything he has alleged. That's number one. Number two, EFCC. For some reason, you people are quiet and it's crazy. For some reason, you are quiet. Even if it's a mumu allegation, you people are supposed to dig deep and start investigating Wike. But not just quiet, and it's disturbing me. It's making me to question if the EFCC are actually the EFCC. Or una don't come out E put Y. Because lately now only Yahoo alleged Yahoo boys now they go for. If they go through your page now, we know they see politicians, we know they see big men. We are only seeing small boys, 150, 200. So when I go to suspected fraudsters. If you calculate all the money, all the boys don't catch this year. If you calculate all the money, you know reach the money where Omoyele Sowore already alleged we can take buy house for US. That Wike Hotel, where did they call Wike Hotel? Because now the popular name, if you go Port Harcourt today, say me they carry you go Wike Hotel or carry you go there. If you see that place, it be like London. I swear to God, I've never seen any structure like that in the whole of Nigeria. The only place where I even look close, a little bit close. Now this house ready for Mitama, ready for near Transcorp Hiltons, that junction. I swear to God, if anybody see that Wike Hotel, you go dread. That place where they call Wike Hotel, I swear you go dread. How much did they pay Wike as salary? How much be salary as a governor? How much be salary where they do that hotel? Unless it not be a hotel. But so far so good. The whole Port Harcourt, they call that place Wike Hotel. That being said, now it's not time to advise a lot of you, right? In Abuja now, rumors have it that Wike is selling land in Abuja and is collecting dollars in cash. This one are the idea everywhere for Abuja. You go revoke land, carry and sell in dollars. People will get land, they'll carry case, go court. The craziest part is that they will not look for a way to carry those cases where you carry go court to challenge Wike. They'll carry and go one courtroom where they are alleging in friends get them. And as a matter of fact, they are also alleging that Nyesom Wike don't promise a lot of judges for Abuja lands. And all these lands are worth like 3-something billion, 3, 4, 2 billion. So there's no way all these judges will give you judgments against Nyesom Wike. No be this one why they talk, it not gonna be news. Because it is all over Abuja. It go revoke land, it go sell. Even some green areas, it don't sell them in dollars. And we get EFCC. Rumors. Meanwhile, when they go catch some boys, say we suspected their old boys. If they drive clean car, they go party, una gather, una go carry them. Una mandate, una don't leave them. Now, that being said, see, anybody, I will advise you, any big businessman, anywhere, you are coming from anywhere in this world, and you come Abuja, say you want buy land, they carry you. For some reason, you not go. Maybe the rumors are true, you go meet WIKE, you can't pay dollars, you buy land. Oh God, I pity you. Just wait for another minister to come. All those land, you know the cases will be in court. All the people who revoke land from, those cases will be in court. That's where, now where the thunder will come fire on Anya swear where. By that time, WIKE don't go. Una cases go to court. Or who know, maybe they don't change these corrupt judges, or maybe the corrupt judges go don't buy. But then you're gonna learn, and you will learn the hard way. So now, about WIKE and Omoyele Sowore, this is not a case that should be taken lightly. People don't look at like cruise, but it's not cruise. That the minister in Nigeria, they carry money, go to buy house for abroad in dollars in his wife's name. It's crazy. Even if not rumor, it needs to be deeply investigated. But that hotel, no, where show already toss a WIKE hotel, that one no be news. If food the whole river states, there's nobody you ask that doesn't know. As a matter of fact, when they even get problem that of Fubara, they used to tell my guys, if na me you Fubara and that hotel, I'll first demolish. But of course, Fubara not even get the mind. If I make the Fubara shoe, that hotel, we go do road. Because that's what a WIKE will do. We go build road for there. Now that time, we go do road, or go say we want do public school, want do hospital. And then you go mark better flyover on top. But yeah, so one person needs to go to prison, and who will be the person? Will it be Omoyele Sowore for false accusation, or WIKE for stealing our money and buying house in the US under his wife's name, or for using Nigerian money to buy this thing, hotel, to build that kind of big hotel in River State? So who they go prison? Now courts now go decide. And who's supposed to charge this case go court? Now EFCC. But guess what? The EFCC are quiet. We are in a deep shit. We are. Mind you, you are hearing it from my mouth first. WIKE is going to come out for president very soon. Maybe not 2027, maybe not 2031, but trust me, WIKE is planning to come out for president. Take my word for it. 100%. 100%. WIKE is going to come out for presidency. Take my word for it. Peace and love. Don't play. If you play, you're going to learn, and you will learn the hard way.
Now, these people have been front and back. Next WIKE tried to deny, but the obvious is out there. Everybody knows that it is true. The property papers that Sowore submitted, everything. My own is that I just pray that the petition will serve well. That, okay, if they look like, okay, this money was embezzled, there is no clear source of this money, that the property should be seized. That will give more credit to Nigerians and pains to this politician. If more of this is being done, it's not just about exposing them, it's about after exposing, there should be repercussion for it, especially the seizure of the property. If this kind of thing is done, I personally would be very, very, very much happy.
Nigerian EFCC, you sure you will not carry this your EFCC eagle go for eye clinic for medical checkup? Maybe they give it medicated glasses, because it's like, they see corruption allegations of politicians and big men. Now only Yahoo boys na eagle they look. Make the cuckoo go check in eye, give them eye drop, because oriburuku lenche. My country people, say there is level of corruption and crime, criminality will go happen for country, it go become normal. The citizens of that country will become used to it. That is corruption, don't master them. See, unfortunately, that is the Nigerian reality. For this country, they compare corruption with corruption. Some Nigerians go even tell you, we don't get so much used to corruption. Some people go tell you, when you reach there, when it be your turn, if you like, no use your head, no do your own, and now you be the first person where they there. If they say this person thief like this, they go say, person they way don't thief past that one, no be today the thing start. And once a country reach that level, it will take a revolution of not just the reasonable, but the reasonable and courageous. Because you must be reasonable and courageous for us to revolt for the right cause to reset leadership and systems in this country. If not, we go end up with the Nigerian situation, which is what? Survival of the fittest. Justice will be left for the highest bidder. If you don't get connection, you are on your own. It is an animal farm. So when I know say for some days now, SOWORE and WIKE, SOWORE, they release some allegations, all of that they put out there against the current minister for FCT. Do you know that most of the information where they put out, they are not new. They have been there before. They are known to the public and including everybody waiting for government. But the so-called anti-corruption agencies, EFCC, ICPC, Independent Corrupt People, and other offenses, related offenses, they never see them to investigate. What are some of the allegations? And Nigerians, instead of to focus on the matter as it affects our life, some people go even the way they go, they abuse the SOWORE. Nigerians do not know that even when you think, say, maybe you don't like two people where they quarrel, you should think of how what is going on affects your life and insert it yourself in that equation. What are some of the allegations where they raised against the current minister for FCT? Number one, remember during the Channels TV interview where Seun Okinbaloye asked him, say, you are driving a Rolls Royce, your convoy, they get power bike for front and all of that. How did you get money to buy a Rolls Royce? The Honorable Minister said that he is not from a poor family. That even when he did for university, he was driving a Benz because his father was a manager of a company. Your father was a manager. Continue. Allegations of giving land as minister to your children in the name of your children, parcels of land, be hectares of land. The children are not Ghanaians or Japanese, they are Nigerians. If they go get land, they will get land in Nigeria. All right. Allegation of properties owned in the United States, in the state of Florida, multiple properties. Honorable Minister response, I don't know anything about the property. My wife is a U.S. citizen. My children are U.S. citizens. They have their own property there. Anybody should show. Minister for FCT. Your wife is a U.S. citizen, and nobody talks to make person no own property. But do not forget that that same wife is also a sitting judge on the appellate court of Nigeria. They don't move her. She was in the high court. She don't go appeal court now. And being a U.S. citizen and a justice in the Nigerian judicial system, are there code of conduct documents where show say that there was a declaration of assets to know exactly how many assets you owned in a foreign country where you are a citizen, and that you also show how you pay tax in that country because you go to pay tax as U.S. citizen, and also now that you are a chief or a justice in the appellate court of another country. So you see nothing wrong with it, even you being also a cabinet minister and your spouse in the Nigerian judiciary. Do you know that most of all the allegations where they raise, so, and what is the other allegation on the issue of INEC, voice note, voice recording where come out where they talk say that allegedly when you were governor, you were threatening INEC officials, and nobody thinks it is necessary to investigate to know that was somebody actually trying to undermine the electoral process and threatening anybody. It is not worthy to investigate. Do you know that most of the allegations or where they raise, so they come under executive administrative corruption, and guess what? 50 to 60% of Nigeria's corruption is administrative. Inflation of government contract, budget padding, outright stealing and criminality from government. But till date, it is not worth investigation. Why? Because no be Yahoo boy or no be poor person. Now EFCC, Eagle, never see him. Recently, the British Deputy Prime Minister Angela Rayner, she resigned from office. You know why? Not be because he thief money, no. Not be because he carry money buy Rolls Royce. He buy property before he even become Deputy Prime Minister. He pay tax, but he no pay sufficient tax. The advisor to the Prime Minister on ethics say, our investigation found that she acted with integrity but broke the code of ethics. Meaning there is a code of ethics. For Nigeria, which code of ethics will they do? Code of ethics, Oriburuku Lanshe. Oriburuku Lanshe, EFCC, and Nigerian government. We build a system that rewards criminality. Nigerians do not get used to this kind of corruption and criminality in the country, because this system will make everybody a victim at the end of it. And that is why, because the people they know say once you do it, you get people who go support you, their owner to pay people who go come online. They abuse those who are calling for accountability because they know there are no consequences for anything. This is not how a country should be governed. Look at Brazil, they protest for law where they don't bring, say, may they give immunity to their lawmakers. Nigerians, we will do the right thing after doing every other thing. A system or a nation where there is no accountability is a lawless society. And if you do not come together and fix it, you may just become the next victim of the misgovernance or the high-handedness or wickedness in that country.
Welcome back, welcome back. Well, it cannot be as clear as clarity is. It is so clear. And anyone that proves me otherwise should drop his comment in the section below. That it is not true that these people are hell-bent on destruction. Now, there is something that I picked from Nyesom Wike when he was interviewed. He said something that got a lot of people kind of like taken aback. He said, my wife and children, they are American. Their parents are American. Their parents are American. They are all American. And he said, do you think that it is possible for one to have a property in the United States and the government will not track and trace how you got money? You think it's like Nigeria where you can hide? That struck a lot of people like, oh, really? Nyesom Wike, you are part of the government. You were a governor in your state. And also, right now, you are the Federal Capital Territory Minister. And you can say this of Nigeria. What else? What else? It is unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. It is unbelievable. It is not something to joke with. It is unbelievable. You know, one will have to kind of look at some of these things and then begin to ask questions. It is unbelievable that Nyesom Wike could say all of these things that he said. It got me thinking, oh, like seriously? So these guys, you guys are aware of the situation of things. You know fully how things are in Nigeria. And you guys are part of the government. You are part of the structure. You are part of the reason why these things are the way they are. And you have the effrontery. You have the guts to repeatedly saying, you guys know how these things are. You guys know how these things are in Nigeria, not like the United States. But when investigation went deeper, Omoyele was able, in fact, he said, these are some of the things that made us find, these are how we were able to find in the records, because we saw abnormal anomalies inside. This is how it was done. So both parents, that is Nyesom Wike and wife, and they now gave their children that property with the value of $100 and $10. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? They sold it to their children. Can you believe it? Sold it to their children so that they will not pay tax, and even if they have to pay tax, it will be minute. And can you imagine it? Is it not unbelievable? Is it not something that is strange? Is it not something that is unusual? This is how they ran it. And I said to myself, these guys think that we will continue to joke. It's terrible. It is terrible. Nyesom Wike, you cannot escape this one. You cannot escape this one. That is the truth. You cannot escape it. Well, I don't know what your thoughts are. I don't know what you think about it. You've heard from commentators. You've heard from Very That Black Man. You've heard from also you've heard clearly, very much clearly. You heard clearly from other people too about this. They've made it clear what this is all about. Like, if you keep quiet and you remain, it's going to be it's going to be a serious matter. Yeah, it is going to be a serious matter. If you keep quiet and you don't stand, it's time for us to act and react and do the right thing as it should be done. Because if not, if people keep quiet and do not do the right thing, take action, you will end up in a place where you don't want to end. These guys are just criminals. What they do is come into government, enrich themselves, and care less about nobody. That's how they go. They don't really care about you. They don't care if you are alive or not. They don't care. They don't care. They don't care. If anything happens to you, it's your business. It's more or less like, if you are fortunate to get in there, steal as much as you can steal, empower yourself, take care of your family, empower your family to a point where they are so comfortable, stack up money. You can buy properties, billions of properties that will the prices will go higher as time goes on. So in case your children need to come back into politics, they will have enough funds. They can as well just sell one of the properties that you have stolen money to buy, and then bring that money into the state. Of course, properties are littered all over the state already. There is cash in the state. Bring the money into the state and begin the journey once again. The journey of looting, the journey of stealing, the journey. That's basically what it is. It is so sad. I don't know what your thoughts are. I don't know what you think about this. Please do drop your comments.